It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see Joshua Dobbs. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the 49ers and the Rams under the lights on Thursday night.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not...
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, some strong running. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
At the 31-yard line.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. You talk about this Rams defense. They interplay 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. On the return is Renfro. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The L.A. offense going to go to work for the first time, and it is the veteran Matthew Stafford at the helm in his 16th NFL season and 4th with the Rams.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Throwing is Stafford. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now we got a player in some discomfort after that last play, and not the guy you want to see. That's quarterback Matthew Stafford. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. First run now for Kyren Williams. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. Their bread and butter is their passing game. After that last play, maybe they need to go back to that passing game.
What's been good for them along the way is they understand their identity. They are a passing team, but they do like to mix in the run every now and then just to keep people off balance. Didn't work very well on that one, but all in all, I like their philosophy.
Fielded just inside the 30. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The Niners offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And he's been a huge factor in the passing game all season long. His numbers reflect that. Currently leads all NFL running backs in receiving yards. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Dobbs is throwing. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Rams' 41-yard line.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 34. Here comes third and about a foot.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now Dobbs. Connects with Kittle underneath. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 5.
At the Rams' 24-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 14.
That's another 49er.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 14.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. McCaffrey on the toss right. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's a toss right side to Mitchell. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Here's Dobbs to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here, and now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. A pass complete downfield to Renfro. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down,
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
it leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's Stafford.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for.
But now it's 3rd down.
You look at this Niner defense.
Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Ethan Evans on now to punt.
Ethan Evans in punt formation for the Rams.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC.
And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd.
3rd and 7.
Now Dobbs. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
Again, it's Corum.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And this is going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will pin them back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's Dobbs to throw.
That's into the hands of the rookie from Florida.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And the 49er 1st down.
Back to throw Dobbs. He'll get this to Jennings over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and a yard.
At the 27-yard line.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Dobbs.
Pass caught by Pearsall.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's Guerrero on first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2nd down and 8.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing here, Dobbs.
That's complete to Pearsall.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A handoff running right, Guerrero.
And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. Here's 2nd and 7. As they've got it as we resume action.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. To throw is Dobbs. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Niners had 8 and 5 to start play. They've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Slot man moves right. Out of the gun, Dobbs.
That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Ricky Pearsall.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Niners are able to add on to that lead.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Jake Moody now for the point after.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Rams offense and Cooper Kupp making their way back out. And as we near the conclusion of the regular season, nobody has surpassed the amount of receptions that he has put up to this point.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10.
And he stopped immediately there.
Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop. Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's Stafford.
Caught outright by Renfro.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Here's Ethan Evans now. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Third down. Here's Mason.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And the Rams getting set to go now. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Stafford now to throw.
That one taken in by Whittington.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They work now on 2nd and 9. They run once more with Corum. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. I call that a punt of 38 yards officially. The 49ers offense making its way back out there.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On the give, it's Guerendo. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Looking to throw. Dobbs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll try the middle with Gurindo. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 2nd and 7.
At the 23-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back to throw. Dobbs. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the 49ers are able to widen their advantage. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Moody good with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Sheds off the tackle. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
you don't
down.
Want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Stafford.
And it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Flushed out right.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
From the 50, Stafford. Fighting through. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Fielded at the 20. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. The 49ers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
6-yard return after a punt of 48.
Well, the Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Now Stafford.
Open man is Atwell, complete.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. In motion goes the tight end. Stafford. This to Arnold on the short pass. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
That was a chance for the breakthrough. He's got a man running free, and you've got to be able to put that on him. But instead, led him too far, incomplete.
Throwing is Stafford.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now Stafford. Shakes off the sack. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. As far as the early games go in that 1 o'clock window, we'll be focused on that game in Nashville. A big one for the Titans as they'll square off against the Cincinnati Bengals. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the New England Patriots. And lastly, we'll be tuned in on Sunday night for what should be a great one between the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks. The 49ers got a good performance in the first half by the veteran Joshua Dobbs. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Stafford. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Drake Jackson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he fields it cleanly. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's Dobbs to throw. That is caught, and he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
In motion right, one of the tight ends. On play action, it's Dobbs.
A short throw here to Latu.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
A give here to Mitchell.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment. Defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Here's Dobbs to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And Smith in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Here's Stafford.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Returnable here from the 38. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Niners offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
At the 46-yard line.
Now Dobbs.
Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he'll get this down to the 41.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
At the 41-yard line.
Throwing here, Dobbs. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 5.
At the 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, Dobbs.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 14. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now Dobbs. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
A 33-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
The 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the first with Corum.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Rams.
Stafford going to give this one to Corum.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Stafford. This to Arnold on the short pass. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
And the Rams, 1st down.
Running left, Corum.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Stafford now to throw.
On the screen, this is Evans.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Robinson's got it, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Back to throw, Stafford.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll find a man over the middle. Tutu Atwell.
Holding. Offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
They run straight ahead with Corum.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
From the 20, here's the 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Arnold. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
Joshua Carney on for the Rams field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. Had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Handoff here, Guerendo.
And he's got Rome. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They run over center with Mitchell.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Ernest Jones there for the tackle. 2nd and 6.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 11-yard line.
Back to throw Dobbs. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll run with Mitchell.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Dobbs. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Niners look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Now Moody for the PAT. And the lead is now 24. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At about the 32. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Stafford.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Throwing is Stafford.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Stafford. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Dobbs.
This caught by Latu, the tight end.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The end result, 21 yards.
But they certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The football going back to the Rams now. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it second down.
It's second and 8 at the 29-yard line.
Now it's Stafford.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Stafford.
That is caught.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 44-yard line.
To the air again, Stafford.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Stafford.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 28.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Rams.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, here's Stafford.
The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th. Stafford.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
It's a gain of 6. And the Rams first down.
He'll get that complete to Parkinson.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 49ers' 12-yard line.
Up the middle. Here's Corum.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. A yard all they need, but it's third down.
To throw is Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Rams are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had to feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Holding. Offense.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
First throw now for the backup, Allen.
A short throw here to Latu.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
And from the shotgun, he'll throw.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Stafford now to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here's Guerrero on 1st down.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 3rd and 3.
Now Allen.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Give running right is Mitchell.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 82 yards rushing now for Mitchell. He's got a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Holding. Offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Another run with Mitchell.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On the handoff, Mitchell.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
So the victory here for San Francisco. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just the week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Niners,
the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story as they move to 9-5 on the year.
and now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Miami next week. Meanwhile, for the Rams, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.